Science Group 4 video. Microorganisms, friend and foe. Rules of students.
Come on kids, it's dinner time.
Mom, what is in today's dinner?
Today is your favorite garlic bread and pizza.
Thank you, Mom.
I don't like garlic bread.
Wait, Jack, first wash your hands.
Okay, Mom. After eating the dinner, Jack and his elder brother went to sleep. Next morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bia.
Yesterday's dinner was very tasty.
Yes, Bia.
Yes, but it was slightly unhealthy too.
Is it so?
Yes.
After some time. Mom.
What happened, my child?
Mom, I am having a pain in my stomach. Mom, yesterday's dinner was very tasty, but the taste of the bread was slightly changed, but I was very hungry yesterday's night, so.
Let me check the bread first. Oh. The bread got spoiled, it has fungus on it.
What is fungus? How it occurs in bread?
Let us go to the hospital first. We will have your checkup there, then I will tell you about this microbes, or you can ask the doctor too.
Way to the hospital!
Oh hi, how may I help you?
Doctor, my child is suffering from a stomachache.
Yes, doctor.
Is it so? Can you tell me please when his stomachache started?
Since this morning, he is suffering from the stomachache. Accidentally, he had eaten some spoiled breads which had fungus.
Okay, but we should check him up as we do not want him to get into the worst situation.
Okay, doctor, we will have his checkup first.
After the checkup.
Doctor, can you please tell me about bacteria, fungus, and protozoans?
But I have patients now, but I have a lab friend, you can go there for further information. I will give you some medicine first, take them first and then leave.
Way to the laboratory.
Hello, Uncle.
Hello, child.
Uncle, can you give me some information about fungus, bacteria, and microorganisms?
Yes, I will give you some information about microorganisms.
Okay, thank you, Uncle.
Living organisms around us which we cannot see with our unaided eyes are called microorganisms. Microorganisms are classified into four major groups: bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae.
Okay, I understand, Uncle, but what are commercial use of microorganisms?
Yeast is used in commercial use of production of alcohol. The conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Louis Pasteur discovered fermentation in 1857.
Uncle, where do microorganisms live?
Organisms may be single-celled like bacteria, some algae and protozoa, or multicellular such as many algae and fungus. They live in all types of environment ranging from ice-cold to hot springs and deserts to marshy lands. They are also found inside the bodies of animals including human. Some microorganisms grow on the other microorganisms while others exist freely.
What is the relationship between microorganisms and us?
Microorganisms play an important role in our lives. Some of them are beneficial in many ways, whereas some others are harmful and cause diseases.
Uncle, which type of bacteria are in curd?
Curd contains several of these. The bacterium, Lactobacillus, promotes the formation of the curd. Bacteria are also involved in the making of cheese, pickles, and many other food items. Uncle, can you please tell me about medicinal use of microorganisms? When you fall ill, doctor may gives you some antibiotics, tablets, capsules, or injections such as of penicillin. The source of these medicines are microorganisms. These medicines kills or stop the growth of the disease-causing microorganisms. Such as medicines are called antibiotics. Streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin are some of the commonly known antibiotics which are made from fungi and bacteria. Antibiotics are even mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check the medical infection in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases.
It is important to remember that antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. Also, you must complete the course prescribed by the doctor. If you take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong doses, it may make the drug less effective when you might need it in future. Also, antibiotics taken unnecessarily may kill the beneficial bacteria in the body. Antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu as these are caused by viruses.
What is vaccine? Uncle.
When a disease-carrying microbes enter our body, the body produces antibodies to fight with the invader. If dead or weakened microbes are introduced into a healthy body, the body fights and kills the invading bacteria, producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remains in the body and we are protected from the disease-causing microbes forever.
Okay, thank you laboratory uncle and assistant uncle to these valuable information.
While returning to home, Jack saw some manure shops. When he reached home, he asked his brother that.
How manures are made, Bhaiya? You find that they disappear after some time. This is because the microorganisms decompose organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substances. And your question was, how manures are made? Those manures are made mostly from vermicomposting process. I think that you may heard of that one. The microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean up the environment. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause diseases in human beings, plants, and animals too. What are the diseases caused by microorganisms, Bhaiya? Diseases causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Some microorganisms also spoil food, clothing, and leather. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. They can also be transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried by an animal. Diseases that are spread through water, also called as waterborne diseases. Contaminated water is also a host to several pathogens. Typhoid is the best example of waterborne diseases. Certain pathogens can cause diseases in plants. Just like humans, plants can be attacked by bacteria or viruses. Several microorganisms causes diseases in plants like rice, potato, wheat, sugarcane, orange, apple, and others. When food contaminated with pathogens or toxins are consumed, it causes food poisoning. The most common symptom is a pain in the stomach. So what shall we do for the preservation of food? Food preservatives are there to help us for that. Then what are food preservatives? Food preservation is the most vital part of the food industry and then increase the life of the cooked food. Simple preservation methods can be carried out at our homes. What are the chemical methods of food preservation? Chemical preservations are used in the food preservations by major food industries as they are harmless to humans. For example, sodium meta, bisulfate and sodium benzoate are commonly used chemical preservatives. What are the uses of common salt, Bhaiya? Common salt, also known as sodium chloride, is used as preservative at home. Vegetables are pickled using salts as the salt removes water and kills bacteria and fungus cells. Bhaiya, I have also heard of the preservation by the sugars. How preservation by sugar occurs? Sugar is used for preservation of jams, jellies, and squashes. The growth of microbes is restricted by the use of sugar as it reduces the moisture content. How preservation by oil and vinegar occurs, Bhaiya? Many food preparations like pickles are preserved by adding either oil or vinegar to them. Bhaiya, how storage and packing occurs? Bacteria cannot grow in such medium. Bhaiya, can you please explain me the process of pasteurization, please? Pasteurization is a process of superheating and cooling the beverages to kill pathogenic microbes. Pasteurization ensures that the taste of the beverages such as milk does not get destroyed. Bhaiya, how storage and packing occurs? Fruits and many vegetables are preserved in airtight or air-sealed containers. The absence of air prevents the growth of bacteria and fungi. But what is nitrogen cycle and nitrogen fixation, Bhaiya? The nitrogen cycle is a biochemical cycle by which nitrogen is converted into various chemical forms as it circulates among the atmosphere, terrestrial and marine ecosystems. Our atmosphere has 78% nitrogen gas. Nitrogen is one of the essential constituents of all living organisms. As part of proteins, chlorophyll, nucleic acids, and vitamins, nitrogen cannot be taken directly by plants and animals. Certain bacteria and all blue-green algae present in the soil fix nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert it into compounds of nitrogen. Once nitrogen is converted into these usable compounds, it can be utilized by plants from the soil through their root systems. Nitrogen is then used for the synthesis of plants' proteins and other compounds. Animals feeding on plants get these proteins and other nitrogen compounds. When plants and animals die, bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert the nitrogenous waste into nitrogenous compounds to be used by the plants. Certain bacteria convert some part of them to nitrogen gas, which goes back into the atmosphere. As a result, the percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere remains more or less constant. Oh wow! I have learned so many things today. Thank you, bhai.
Let's summarize what we have learned. Microorganisms are too small and are not visible to unaided eyes. They can live in all kinds of environments ranging from ice-cold climate to hot springs and deserts to marshy lands. Microorganisms are found in the air, water and in the bodies of plants and animals. They may be unicellular or multicellular. Microorganisms include bacteria, fungi, protozoa and some algae, viruses, through which different from the above information mentioned living organisms are considered microbes. Viruses are quite different from each other microorganisms. They reproduce only inside the host organism. Bacterium, plant or an animal cell. Some microorganisms are useful for commercial production of medicines and alcohol. Some microorganisms decompose organic waste and dead plants and animals into simple substance and clean up the environment. Protozoa causes serious diseases like dysentery and malaria. Some of the microorganisms grow on our food and cause food poisoning. Some microorganisms reside in the roots, nodules of leguminous plants. They can fix the nitrogen from air into soil and increase soil fertility. Some bacteria present in the soil fix nitrogen fixation from the atmosphere and convert it into nitrogenous compound. Certain bacteria convert compounds of nitrogen present in the soil into nitrogen gas, which is released to the atmosphere later.